This is Daniel Vitalis from SirThrival.com, here to tell you about one of our latest projects, SirThrival Seeds, our 1-acre survival garden in a can. While there are many survival seed kits available today, none of them have really ever been developed with full permaculture in mind. We worked together with Blackbird Naturals to develop this kit, and the idea was that it was a self-contained polyculture. In addition to a complete suite of food crops, we've also made sure to include a whole host of medicinal herbs as well to make sure that you can produce your own medicines at home. We've also included fiber crops so that you can develop your own fibers and potentially your own fabrics at home. We've included economic crops like a Hopi tobacco so that you can raise crops that actually can be traded or bartered. We've also included cover crops to help you develop your soil and to regenerate your soil. And we've included pollinator attractors to make sure that you have the bees and birds present to keep your garden self-pollinating. We packed the entire seed kit in stainless steel, and the reason we did that is because if you're going to put this away for a couple years, you need to make sure that rodents aren't able to chew through, and a plastic container just wouldn't cut it, and a bag wouldn't cut it. All right, to get into this can, it's sealed just like a paint can, so we're going to need some kind of tool to pry that open. And I like that because you know the thing is sealed well, it's not going to pop off. Once we get inside there, what you're going to notice is that all of the seeds have come packed inside this Mylar bag. Now the Mylar bag stops oxygen from penetrating into this and protects the contents. A lot of people have asked us, are all 20,000 seeds just mixed up inside there? No, they're all discreetly packed, and they're in there with oxygen absorbers. Once we open this Mylar bag, we're going to need to use these seeds within the next couple of years. But if we leave them sealed inside this bag is heat sealed, then these seeds can last for several years as long as we store them in a cool, dry, and dark environment. Also included in the can is our growing guide. And this is super important because for a lot of us, we don't have experience gardening. The guide breaks down how you can plant and grow every one of the seeds that are in this can, but also teaches you about when to plant, how to plant, and even about how to develop your soil. And I think that's really important because what we're looking here to do is create a polyculture. And that's a whole lot of organisms working together, and that includes the organisms that are in your soil. Remember, soil is not dirt. Soil is a living thing made up of lots of different organisms. It's a polyculture. So our growing guide is designed to help you start at square one, develop your entire survival garden yourself at home independently so that you can have a sovereign food supply. Get that out of here. All right, remember, once we've opened the Mylar bag, our seeds are now going to be exposed to oxygen. Now we do have that bag as a resealable, so once it's open you can seal it back up, and as long as you keep those oxygen and moisture absorbers in there, you will get some shelf life out of it even once it's opened. But if you keep it sealed, factory sealed, it'll last a lot longer. So I'm actually going to pop that open and show you how each one of these seeds is packed. Now the individual varieties all come in their own little bag and are each labeled so that you can reference how to grow them and how to plant them in the guide. Inside here as well, you'll see that this desiccant, which is designed to absorb moisture to protect these seeds from moisture in the environment, this is made from clay, and this can actually be recharged, which means you can set this on a pan in the oven and dry it back out, and then it works sort of, it can be used several times to continue absorbing moisture over the life of these seeds. Remember, if you've opened the kit, you want to make sure, press all the oxygen out, seal it up completely, pack it back into the can, and establish a good seal all around. So Thrival seeds can be planted now, or you can store them for several years. I keep mine in the basement where they're kept away from moisture, where they're kept away from light, and where they're kept nice and cool. Store your seeds just like you'd store a fine wine.